It's showtime. Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome to the Fiberside Chats Yarn Crawl. Today is Sunday, July 24th, and we are taking a great tour to 4 amazing yarn stores that are part of our Fiberside community. I would love it if everybody coming in could type their name and their home local yarn store in the chat. This is our community building time, the way we get to know one another and build relationships, and that's what Fiberside Chats is all about. So if you have some show and tell, we'd love for you to use the raise hand feature. It's down on the bottom panel under the reaction button. You can raise your hand and then we'll get a chance to see who maybe is working on their Fiberside Summer Crawl, Helen's Yarn Adventure Afghan, or perhaps the road tripping with the Hill Country or the River City Yarns Afghan. So we would love to see some show and tell during this time. This meeting is recorded, so if anybody is uncomfortable with being recorded, you can turn off your video, and that way you won't be part of the recording at all, but you will be part of the experience. So we're going to be visiting 4 shops today. We're going to start out in Denver at LambShoppe, and we'll see Mary Carol and Rachel. We're going to be visiting the Sated Sheep in Texas with Betty Ann and Allison, and then Harps and Thistles in Ohio with Cindy, and then we'll stop at Longmont Yarn Shop and turn over the moderator job to Cynthia, who can keep me on time. So let's see who's got some show and tell. I don't see any hands raised. Has anybody out there got some show and tell for us? Ah, good, Cynthia. I'm gonna spotlight you.
So I got some yarn from String Theory in Chicago in the last one. So I've started my road tripping mitered square blanket with some yarn from String Theory. I'm having so much fun with this.
Nice. I see a comment in the chat from Cindy. She's saying she hasn't received her patterns. Where do you get those? If you look at your all access pass, that was what you were sent when you were able to sign up for the Fiberside Crawl and get your login. There are 2 patterns, Helen Yarn Adventures and the road tripping mitered blanket that you just saw Cynthia hold up. Both of those have the same download code. They're on Ravelry, and well, I'm going to ask somebody that's a little more less excited than I am right now to type in the chat the code to get your free pattern on Ravelry. So one of the things that's been great about Fiberside Chats and this yarn crawl is we've had amazing donations from vendors that we get to give away. And I just, before we get started, want to mention some of the vendors that make this possible. Big stacks of prizes have already been shipped out to some of our winners. Some of our sponsors include Sirdar, Rowan, Earth, Katrinkles, Emma's Yarn, Gleaner, Barocco, Cocoa Knits, Blue Sky, Knitting Fever, Pom Pom, Universal Yarn, Sandpiper, Round Mountain, Brown Sheep, Attenti, Accessories Unlimited, Knit Ba Pearl, Ba Yarn, and Dream in Color. So we will be, my friend Laura down at 4 Pearls in Florida, announcing the winners for today's Fiberside Crawl. Those winners have already been drawn through a random number generator. If you want to find out who the winners are, that'll happen right at the end of our hour together. So, okay, who's got some show and tell? Help me out here. Someone out there. We talked about finding plants in the audience. We need to do that. I didn't introduce myself. I'm sorry. My name is Gail. I'm here at Longmont Yarn Shop, and I'm the moderator for today. And I'm going to be so excited to see this hour pass smoothly. I know it will go so smoothly. So let's see, we have someone from Wheaton, Illinois. That's Wesley Underwood, LOIS String Theory. I have been there. What a beautiful store. I was there in February one year and they had the most amazing window display. It was a huge heart that was made out of cardboard, and then they used coffee filters filled with balls of yarn, and it looked like a huge Valentine heart box. And I thought, what a great job for a window display. So, all right.
Well, I'm wondering if there are any prize winners in the audience. If anybody's won a prize in one of the previous sessions, put up your hand. We'd love to hear from you.
It's so hot out. I wonder, maybe everybody's just sort of letting the air conditioner blow on them and getting comfortable that way.
Julia asks if she's late. She thought it started in 7 minutes from now. And Julia, you're right, it does. But we're doing a little bit of pre-show preamble.
A little meet and greet, get to know each other. So Julie, if you've got some show and tell, we'd love to see it. We have, I hope, in the email that goes out to you guys, a little invitation for you to do our show and tell portion of the experience. So see Jeanette from England, and she loved Longmont Yarn Shop. Jeanette, are you physically in England? I'm wondering what time it is there. If you are.
It's 8 p.m.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for joining.
And yes, I am physically in England. And yes, I've been to your store a number of times and I love it.
Well, welcome to the virtual experience of Longmont Yarn Shop. If you raise your hand, I can find you and you can show us what's going on in England right now, huh?
I have show and tell.
It's raining.
It's raining.
I heard a show and tell voice.
This is Julia Wiedemeyer, and I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I'm actually working on the sunrise mitts to match the Ukrainian flag hat.
Yeah.
And I just started them last night, so I'm not too far on my first right one. And this is for a friend of mine who really wanted to show a statement. She belongs to the church that I go to. And so she asked, was there any patterns with the Ukrainian flag colors? And I said, oh yes, a ton. And so I made her a hat that was my pattern. And then she found the Ravelry free pattern for the mitts and asked if I had enough yarn to finish a pair for her to match the hats. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm also working on Stephen West's Rockefeller shawl, and just cast on for the Dirty Martini cardigan.
Really good.
Well, that's quite a lot of what you're doing. Yes.
Gail, some people are asking what's behind you.
Yes, I saw that in the chat, and that'll be part of my presentation when we get to Longmont Yarn Shop. I'm the last one on the list here, so I'll tell
we'll
you
have to
what I'm
stay
wearing.
through to the end.
Yeah, it's going to be a cliffhanger knot. It's okay. Let's go ahead and visit LambShoppe in Denver, Colorado.
My name is Rachel. I'm the manager here at LambShoppe, and this is Mary Carol, the owner.
Hi, LambShoppe started about 17 years ago from stitch a bitch of my house, and one of my friends found this place which looked like a hazmat site. I said, perfect, it's mine. And here we are.
17 years later, and now it is the beautiful yarn shop. But I'm going to show you a video, a little tour video, so that you can see a little bit about our shop. So I'm going to hit share screen here. And here we go. Loading. you liked that video. It's just a little tour of our shop and some of the things that we've been doing lately. Oops, I'm sorry. Stop. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, technical difficulty. Okay, so we wanted to talk to you guys today about a few things that we're working on here in the shop, some fun, exciting projects that we're doing. I know everybody that signed up for the Fiberside Summer Crawl All Access Pass received 2 free patterns. One's for the mitered square blanket and the other is for a crocheted granny square blanket. And we wanted to give you some ideas for yarn to do those blankets. We love our local dyers here. One of our favorite things is supporting our local dyers. And so we're going to talk a lot about Allie Pate of Herd of Cats. Allie's here with us today to talk about her dye process. Allie, if you want to jump on.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. Hi, everyone. This is so exciting. I'm Allie Pate. I am the maker behind Herd of Cats Presents Road Trip Sock Yarn based here in Denver, Colorado. And I utilize what I call the greener dye practice or the greener front range dye practice. I'm doing a water collection system out back. I have all of my equipment set up for wind energy. I have my tags and cards printed on the 100% post-consumer recycled materials. Let's see, I buy my products in bulk so that I can reduce my carbon footprint, and I reuse my packaging as much as possible. So I've kind of gone through each step of dyeing and tried to make it better. And these are the things that I've come up with thus far. I'm sure that there will be a lot more changes to that. My yarns are sourced from a company that is the AWEX certified, so we don't have to worry about museling practices as well. So, and this is across the board for all road trip sock yarns, all Herd of Cats yarns, all kinds of fun stuff. So, Rachel?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Allie. Oh, we can't wait to show off your yarn. Okay, so we have 3 different options for you here. 2 of them are Allie's and one of them is from Nerd String. So Allie of Road Trip Sock Yarn, she's got this wonderful worsted weight sock yarn, or worsted weight road trip yarn here that she's made just for us. It's called 12th and Madison series after our little corner of the world over here, 12th and Madison in Denver. So these are all named after fun things that you can do at 12th and Madison. So this one's called Cherry Popsicle. We've got an ice cream shop next door that we absolutely love. So, you know, we go there way too much. So this one's Cherry Popsicle. This one is called Yarn Score, which is of course our favorite thing to do at 12th and Madison is to score yarn. We love that one. Look at those beautiful colors. This one is my personal favorite. It's called Brunch Bunch. I'm actually making a hat with this right now. I love the neon and the pink and the speckles. I feel like after 2 years of COVID, I just want all the color in the whole wide world. So there are several colorways of these. You can find them on our Fiberside Summer Crawl page on our website. And you can go see what all she's got there from Allie Pate Herd of Cats. And that would be a really fun worsted weight for your blankets. If you're going to do a fingering weight held double, which is one of the options you have, we also have some of these here. This is the sock yarn, road trip sock yarn, and these are all named after neighborhoods in Denver as well. So this one here is called Whittier. So this is named after the Whittier neighborhood, and it's called North Marion Street. So we can get a little closer there. See all those lovely speckles there. And then this is my personal favorite, named after the Cherry Creek neighborhood. This is called Cook Street, and this is one of my favorites because it's got some sky blue in there and some pink. Absolutely beautiful. So if you're going to do a worsted weight yarn or a fingering weight yarn held double, those are 2 fantastic options. Another local dyer that we love is Nerd String. So they're out of Elizabeth, Colorado, and they do some really beautiful tonals and some beautiful speckles as well. So we have some superwash merino DK weight yarn, and there are an absolute ton of colorways. She has some beautiful colors these would be a great option for those blankets as well. So we've got a worsted, a DK, and a fingering weight for you if you'd like to try some of these out. You can find them on our Fiberside Summer Crawl page. I also wanted to share a few projects with you that we've been doing here in the shop. The first one is the Sonatine cowl. That's actually this one right here. And I'll show you the construction. It's a little bit of garter stitch with some lace here, a little lace section. And it's really fun because you can make it as big as you want to. So this is the small version, and it gets bigger, and you will have enough yarn in your kit to make pretty much whatever size you would like. So we have a kit here, we've got a little pattern, we put together some fun colors for you guys. So check those out and see what you like. There are all kinds of fun colors for this. This is nerd string as well, the DK nerd string. The other that we'd like to focus is another one of Allie's. We love Allie, she used to work here, so it's like as hyper local as we can possibly get. So this is the road trip shawl that she's designed, or she's designed the yarn for. It's absolutely beautiful. So you do this by, you know, sort of fading two yarns together, alternating them. And there's a little lace section. And our favorite thing are the tassels. We love the tassels on this little shawl. It's so cute. And so we have kits for those as well. Those are these here. This is 2 skeins of Allie's Road Trip sock yarn that go in coordinating colors here. And the pattern for this is on Ravelry. You'll be able to find a link for that. It's called the Road Trip Shawl. And you'll be able to find a link for that on our Fiberside Summer Crawl page on our website as well. The third thing I want to show you is this swirl.
Okay, I'm in the middle of my, I'm zooming.
The third thing we want to show you is this swirl felted project bag. This one is, again, with all the colors. I feel like color is the thing right now. This is a felted bag, and it's actually knit in 4 different strips.
I'm so sorry, Rachel. I accidentally muted you.
No problem. This knit in 4 strips, and you twist them up and sew them together, and that's what makes this cool construction. So it's actually mostly stockinette stitch, so it's really easy to do. And then we top it off with these no sew handles from Coco Knit, so you don't have to sew them on if you're like me and are terrible at sewing. So this is one of our favorite things. It's made out of Noro Kurion, so it's 100% wool, and it's sort of a worsted Aran weight, and it comes with 4 skeins. That kit comes with 4 skeins of several different colors. We have a bunch of different options for you, and some really cute Coco Knits handles in there as well, and the patterns included in that kit. And the last thing I wanted to show you is another one from Allie that we just love. Allie, we love her. And these are the Sending Love mitts. So they're super cute little fingerless mitts, and they have X's and O's on them. This pattern was actually written by Whitney Elenoff at Just a Little Loopy Designs. And the, excuse me, the yarn is from Allie Pate. So they did a little collab here. And then, so it just takes 1 skein of her DK sock yarn, or DK yarn to make this. So just 1 skein does both mitts. And then the first 9 people to order these mitts, the mitt kit, gets a cute little pin that Allie designed herself. She's laughing at me. So these are really cute. They come in all different colors. So check this out. If you're going to order this kit, make sure you're one of the first 9 so you can get one of these really cute pins. Those are the projects I have to show you. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is our newsletter. If there's a place on the Fiberside Summer Crawl page of our website where you can sign up for our newsletter, and we let you know about upcoming classes, events that we have going on, and also we do a lot of yarn features and travel kits where it's kind of like everything included, much like these are, where everything's included in the kit, the pattern, the yarn, and then we just kind of like throw, you know, just add needles kind of situation where you can take it with you. It's usually in an organza bag, so you can hold your project in there, and it's a really fun thing to do. So, and then we also have several like yarn features for those kits. So if there's a cool yarn that we wanted to show off, we could, you know, tell you all about it and what you could use it for and that kind of thing. So definitely sign up for our newsletter so you can find out what's going on here. The other thing that I want to draw your attention to is on our website, we have a really good deal for you guys. It's called Buy a Bundle, Save a Bundle. So these are yarns that are like discontinued colors, or maybe we're trying to make room for new yarn. And so we put a lot of a bundle, so it's like 5 different skeins of the same yarn, or 10, or whatever number it is, into a bundle, and we put those online at a discount. So I want you to check out that section of the website as well, because I think you'll really enjoy the deals there. They're great deals, so check it out. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you about is the promotions that we're running this week for the Fiberside Summer Crawl. So through July 31st, we're going to offer you guys 10% off of your purchase, and we're also going to throw in a free surprise gift that I think you'll really like. And so we're going to do 10% off with code Fiberside10 on our website. So any purchases between now and July 31st, Fiberside10 for 10% off. And that's pretty much all we have to say. We'd love to open it up to questions. Thank you for watching our little thing.
Thank you. And
Yes.
questions?
So there was a question, thank you for inviting that. There was a question on whether or not you have any virtual classes. You have so many great classes. Do you have any virtual classes?
You know, we haven't done any virtual classes yet, but I have recently started looking into the equipment to do that. So we might have some in the future. So keep an eye on the newsletter. We're interested.
And someone wondered what shop we're touring. This is LambShoppe in Denver, Colorado. We've got Rachel, the manager, and Mary Carroll, the owner, in front of us. So it's great to visit them. There was a general question. Has anybody made any progress on making the blankets? Have you guys started a blanket down there at LambShoppe, either of the two crawl blankets? That's okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys did an amazing job. Your shop is beautiful, truly floor to ceiling yarn. It's breathtaking. And then love color. I think all of us found COVID the opportunity to embrace the opportunity to do things with lots of color to cheer us up. So thank you for sharing all the colors. Make us so happy.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. And Allie, thanks for joining as well. Great to see you. Okay, well,
Everyone.
our next stop is going to take us to Texas. And in Texas, we're going to visit the Sated Sheep. We're going to visit Allison, the owner, and Betty Ann is one of the staff members there that's going to take us on a tour of the Sated Sheep in Texas.
Okay. Hi, my name is Betty Ann. Thanks for the intro, Gail. Like she said, we're in Dripping Springs, Texas, just outside of Austin. And let me start by giving you a quick tour of the shop. Sorry for my shaky hand. Okay, so when you walk into the shop, you'll see some gifts off to the right, and each section is organized by yarn gauge. So we'll start off here by fingering weight. Our shop is actually open today, and we have a customer here who's sitting and knitting. Hi, Emily. And there's a lace section. This bookcase here is empty because I have the mohair that's usually there ready to show y'all later. And here we go with more fingering weight. So as you progress into the store, the yarn gets heavier. So you'll see the red title there that shows you the title of what section you're in. You keep walking, here is more fingering weight all along these bookcases and walls. I'm gonna pan over here to my left, where there's the community table where all that mohair yarn is. And we have classes here twice a week for anything you like to do, knitting and crocheting, beginners and experts alike. Okay, keep on going. Here's the DK section. And this whole bookcase here is DK weight yarn. And it continues into the worsted weight section over here. And as you continue back into the shop, it gets heavier. There's some samples here on the wall. Here's Carrie, who's actually working today. Hi, Carrie. She's our shop guru and knows everything about knitting, crocheting, all that good stuff. Okay, worsted weight section is also along this side of the shop. If you see the wine bottles there, that is because we do offer you a glass of wine. Locals only, sorry about that. You can have a glass of wine or buy the whole bottle and share with friends, which is pretty popular on Wednesday nights when we stay open late. Back there in the back, you'll see Allison. Hi, Allison. And she is sitting with the bulky yarns and the super bulky yarns. Some notions here. And the last thing I'm going to show you on the tour is each yarn has a white label. And the white label will tell you the name of the yarn, the fiber content, the weight of the yarn, yardage, washing instructions, price, and country of origin. So that kind of helps out too, to let you know what's going on and where you're at. So that is a quick tour of the shop. Okay, excuse my nervousness. Okay, I want to feature a few yarns. Let me put this camera down. And what I want to show you today is a sample of Ellis from Quince & Co. Ellis is the name of the tank top. It is 100% organic linen yarn, great for all the heat here in Texas and across the country that's going on. I'm actually wearing Quince & Co. yarn as well. This is Kestrel, and it is an Aran weight yarn. I've had mine for a few years, so it's actually softened up. And it is machine wash, which I absolutely love. Okay, so this is another tank top called the Ellis tank, and that is those yarns there. Let me show you Quince & Co. Sparrow yarn. We have a beautiful sample of the Wyethia tea. The Wyethia tea was designed by Jessica McDonald. All these patterns are on Ravelry. And the Sparrow yarn is a fingering sport weight, 100% organic linen, also from Quince & Co. It's got a beautiful drape, and again, is machine washable. I'm going to show you a few of the colors we have in Sparrow and Kestrel, which is quite a bit actually. Their color palettes are absolutely gorgeous, and they work well with each other. But linen is such a great summer fiber for all those hot places. So that is all our Sparrow colors. And I'm going to walk over here and show you Kestrel. Hi, Carrie, which is down here in the Worcester weight section. So we have quite a bit, and we have backstock to make up a lot of sweater quantities. So that was the Ellis tank top, and the designer for that was Quince & Co. And then the Wyethia tee by Jessica McDonald. The next thing I'd like to show you is Life in the Long Grass yarn. We have a beautiful shawl sample called the Amber Shore Shawl. The designer is Inez Sang. It's a 3-color shawl that uses 1,200 yards. And Life in the Long Grass is a beautiful yarn, not biased here at all. That is, let me turn this around. Okay, Moonsock. So it's a fingering weight yarn, 400 yards, $32, hand wash, hand dyed in Ireland, and it's a 80% superwash merino and 20% silk. So there's a label for that. We got a mini restock in, so we have a lot of colors that are absolutely gorgeous. The dyer does such a great job with her colors here, and the 20% silk give it such a beautiful sheen and drape. So these are the yarns we have in stock. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 bins, and it goes across here. That one and that one. And then let me show you the Amber Shore shawl, which I was talking about. And there it is. It's got these great baubles. Allison, the owner of the shop, actually knit this sample up. And as she progressed with her shawl, she wanted her baubles actually smaller, which was the very last row. And this is a great shawl, beautiful color combination. Okay, let me flip back again. Okay, one last thing I'd like to show y'all. Oh, I wanted to mention also, if y'all are on Ravelry, have you seen the new Stephen West shawl? He has just come out with a shawl called Smorgasbord. And I hear he's going to be featured as one of the shops here for the yarn crawl. But that is his newest pattern. And I think this would absolutely be beautiful in Life in the Long Grass as well. It's a fingering weight shawl, and I don't remember the yardage, but it's already available on Ravelry. Okay. The last thing I want to share with y'all is something called the Shrug Club, which we are doing. The Shrug Club is actually a shrug by Midori Heroes, and it's called the Papa's Shrug. Let me grab my samples. So Allison, during knit night one time on a Wednesday night, when we usually have a lot of folks in just hanging out, knitting, sitting, drinking, all that good stuff, found this pattern, and it is a one skein shrug. So she shared it with everybody and it took off like wildfire. So now we're doing this thing for the rest of the year called Shrug Club. And a lot of folks have become highly addicted to this really quick and easy knit. This one is done in Fig and Posy Alpaca Cloud, which is a Surrey alpaca, baby Surrey alpaca and silk mix. So this is 328 yards, again, by Fig and Posy. And we have a lot of beautiful colors available in this. And let me show you real quick what that looks like. There's all our colors available in this base. And the one I'm wearing actually used 2 skeins. So you could make it in 1 skein or 2 skeins. And this is a 2 skein shrug, but you need less than 400 yards to make it. So that is one sample in the Fig and Posy Alpaca Cloud held double. This one is actually uses Life in the Long Grass. And Allison, you made this one, right?
I made that one with fingering and Surrey.
In Surrey.
Yeah.
So this one is used with Fig and Posy, Surrey alpaca, with the moon sock of Life in the Long Grass. So you get a little less fuzz, and it is great. So I must admit, when everybody was on this Shrug Club kick, I was like, no way, I don't want to do that. I'm never going to wear a shrug. But once I started to see everybody's finished object, of course, I started doing it too. And I have 2 to show you. Let me grab them. This has been absolutely perfect for air conditioning. It's pretty hot in Texas, as y'all know, and it's probably hot everywhere where we're at right now. I ended up using Tote Lematine, which is a cotton merino blend, along with Knitting for Olive mohair silk. And I used less than 400 yards, as all of them did. Well, held double. It was probably 800 yards, but you could do it just with just 1 strand, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is the first shrug I made. And I used these beautiful silk and mohair Knitting for Olive colors. If you can see them here. Ugh, that wasn't very good. Let me try again. There we go. So Knitting for Olive is one of our best sellers. Everybody loves the fuzzy yarn, regardless of the heat outside, myself included. And holding that magic yarn with any base that you have just gives that little extra fuzz that is just absolutely delicious to put on. So here is the first one I made. And yes, I made another one, and I'm actually contemplating doing a third. So the next one I did was with Fig and Posy. It's the Surrey alpaca in stone, held with a Malabrigo silk paca. So a lace and a fingering weight alpaca. And this one I did in a bigger needle size. And again, for the Surrey alpaca, I only used one of those. So this one has a little bit more ease, but it's been a hit, y'all. So the Shrug Club for our shop has just continued. And eventually, when the weather warms up, we will be having a Shrug Club party for everybody to share what they made. Can't think of anything else, but I do want to mention to you guys, we are offering 30% off site-wide today and tomorrow until midnight tomorrow. Just go on our website, thestateofsheep.com, and use the code Fiberside. If you liked any of these patterns that I mentioned, there are 5 of them. which was the Papa Shrug, the Wyesia tea, the LST, and the Amber Shore shawl, and the Smorgasbord shawl by Stephen West. Put that name of the pattern that you liked in checkout. If you purchase the yarn from us, we will give you a free copy of that pattern via Ravelry. So make sure we have your email, and that can be sent out to you. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, awesome. A lot
of questions about the size of the shrug.
The size of the shrug. Okay.
Easily adjustable by getting more length.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is. Yes. Carrie, lovely Carrie, who is our guru. She's the one that does all the classes. Also did the shrug.
So I did mine, but I made it bigger around the arm to make it longer in the back, and also because my forearm was bigger. So I used I used every scrap of my yarn, where other people had little bits of their fig and posy left over. But it made it a little bit bigger and not quite so tight, and a little wider across the shoulders and back.
Okay, I'm gonna go ding ding. 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you say the patterns again?
Absolutely. And
but I think they get a copy.
Yes. So the 5 patterns that I mentioned will be emailed to you tomorrow that I mentioned, but let me show you to them one again, because I know I was talking a little fast there. So the first one was the Ellis Tank Top by Quince & Co. And it's a linen yarn, kestrel, which, thank you.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I had got.
Got about a minute
The
left.
second one was the Wyesia Tea, which is sparrow yarn, fingering sport weight organic linen, has the beautiful design at the bottom. The Smorgasbord shawl, which I don't have a sample of, but you can look that up in Ravelry. And the Amber Shore shawl, which is by Inez Sang. And this uses 3 skeins. The sample was knit out of Life in the Long Grass, the Moon Silk yarn. And the last one was the Papa's Tea by Midori Heroes. And here's what it looks like not worn. It's just this little strip of fabric that will keep you warm during the air conditioning, or of course, spring and fall.
Great. All right, Betty Ann. Wow. This is a shop I'm going to visit one day. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Until then, though, we need to quickly traverse to our next shop, which is Harps and Thistles in Ohio. And we're going to visit Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Welcome to the Fiberside Yarn Crawl. We can't wait to hear all about your store. You're muted.
Okay. How's that? Is that better? You can hear me now?
You're perfect.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. We are Harps and Thistles Yarn Emporium in beautiful downtown Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. And if you can't remember Cuyahoga Falls, we're just north of Akron, which is a lot easier to say. First of all, excuse me, I want to thank Gail and all of the folks who have put this together. I just really appreciate this opportunity, and I appreciate this Fiberside chats. That's so much to be fun to be a part of. I don't often get to participate or get to watch because I'm usually at the shop working, but it's just such a great opportunity to connect customers with their favorite designers or yarn personalities, I guess. So I'm going to jump right in by showing you a little video. So we established ahead of time that my music does not play, and I'm going to think it's probably because for the same reason Gail's bell doesn't ring, because Zoom kind of fades out the background. But I'm going to share my screen, and you can at least take a walk through with me. Share. And I'm gonna, oops, well, there we go. Okay. Okay, so that's a little tour of our shop. I'm going to start out by telling, oh my goodness. Hang on a second. I think my, there we go. Okay. I'm going to start out by Harps and Thistles. This is our logo. Everything, just about everything I show you or talk about today can be found on our website at harpsandthistles.com. We do have a coupon code. It's backwards to me. Is it backwards to you? Okay, good. So our coupon code is good for 10% off your purchase through the end of the month, and it's Fiberside 2022. And I'll remind you again at the end of the presentation. So there's lots of ways to connect with us. We have a newsletter that we send out once a week. You can sign up for that on our website. You can also sign up for our wool perks, and we do have a rewards program on our website. And that's good for online purchases as well as in-store purchases. So be sure to sign up for that as well. The first thing I want to tell you about, something I'm very excited about, is our collaboration with Three Irish Girls Yarn. I don't know how many of you are familiar, but they are an incredible indie dyer in Duluth, Minnesota. And I'm excited that they are also a family member of mine. And so just recently we were talking about, how it can be kind of a struggle sometimes just getting everything done. And we decided, since I sell yarn and she dyes yarn, that it just might be a good collaboration for us to work together. So if you go on my website, you will see a link like this, and it will take you to the Three Irish Girls page. You can order all of her colors and all of the bases right there from my website. One of the things we're really excited about is she's just released her Beatles colorways. So I have some of them here. I don't have all of them because they were just released, but I'm going to show a few of them. This one's called I Am the Walrus. Lots of bright greens and bright speckles. Three Irish Girls, if you're familiar with her yarn. Erin McFarland is the dyer, and she's known for her bright, vivid colors. This one is called All My Loving, and it's just got that, deep purples and fuchsia with a pop of lime green in there. This is one of my favorites. This one's Octopus's Garden. Somebody said that looks like fruit stripe gum. Kind of does, doesn't it? For those of us remember fruit stripe gum. And then we have this is Love Is All You Need. Another bright reds and pinks and blues. This one's one of my favorites too, Mr. Kite. And actually the shawl I'm going to show you in just a moment is knit with Mr. Kite. And then the last one, I think this may be the only solid in the group. This one's called Blackbird Fly, and it's hard to see on the screen, but it's like deep purples and blues, just kind of like a blackbird's wing. Just kind of, the purples are just very subtle. So yeah, all of those are available for pre-order. I do have some in stock, but mostly it's pre-order. And you can go on our website and just place your order there, and we'll make sure and get it dyed for you and ship it right out. So the first pattern I want to share behind me are two samples of it. It's called Diversity, and it was designed by one of our team members, Coletta Pilato. She designed it for our yarn crawl last year. And so, but the one I have on, so this is how she intended it, with the colors very distinctly separate. But then I knitted it last year in some of the Beatles colorways, because the Beatles colorways were actually dyed for my shop last year, and now we're releasing them to the public. So this one is dyed with Mr. Kite, and then the teal is called Come Together. And I do not have a skein of the Come Together in the shop right now, but you can see how differently it looks when you use a variegated and a speckled versus two semi-solid. So this pattern is so much fun to make. All of the kits I'm showing you today, the patterns are included with your kit. So if when you place an order, be sure in the notes to put your Ravelry name in there so we can just put it in your library for you. So this one is called Diversity. The next one I have, what's that? Oh, hold this back. Somebody wanted to see this again. So this one, once again, the variegated is Mr. Kite, for the benefit of Mr. Kite is what it's called. And the other one is called Come Together, two of the Beatles colorways. And you can see them all on our website. When you click on the Shop 3 Irish Girls on our website, the first thing that pops up is all the Beatles colors. We had some kits made up for the Diversity shawl. Now she also has Mrs. Maisel, a collection of Mrs. Maisel colors. So if you're a Mrs. Maisel fan like me, you'll love these. This one is Hot Lips. And then, this is another Beatles color. This one's I Want to Hold Your Hand. So Hot Lips and I Want to Hold Your Hand. This is Mrs. Maisel and the Beatles. Then we have, this is called Unicorn Blizzard. And this one was actually created by Aaron's daughter. And this one is Manischewitz is best consumed in small quantities. Of course, another Mrs. Maisel colorway. Then we have, these are just two of her like staples. We carry these, we almost always have these two colors in stock because they are, they're just, no, oh, wait. I thought this was Guinness, but it's not. This is a Mrs. Maisel colorway. It's called Crazy Divorcee from the Upper West Side. She's very creative with her names, but this one is Skinny Jeans. And it's just a really great basic denim blue. Like it goes with everything. So Crazy Divorcee. And these kits, if you go on our website and you click on kits, they're all right there. So if you don't have to remember anything, just go on our website, heartsandthistles.com, click on kits. All of the kits are there, all paired up. You just click on which one you want. It's easy peasy. This is the last one. And then once again, these are two Mrs. Maisel. This one's called, let me see if I can pronounce it right, Like a Gewelte Fish Out of Water. And this one is called Who Needs Love When You Have Locks. So a couple more 3 Irish Girls colorways for kits. And like I said, they're all right on the website, so you don't have to remember which one you like. You can go on there. One of the things we have coming up really soon, starting actually next week, I can't believe it, is our mystery knit along. This is also on our website, so you don't have to hunt for it. So our mystery knit alongs are a lot of fun. We did the first one during the shutdown because I just wanted to keep my people together. And we send out a clue a day. So we divide the pattern up into 30 clues and you get just a little bit to knit every day. And the people that have participated, I think we've done 3 or 4 of them now, say they just look forward to getting that email every morning to see how much they have to knit or see if something changes. So if you want to participate in our mystery knit along, all of the information is on our website. On the front page, you should be able to scroll down and you'll see the little, so this is Hank. He's our mascot. His name is Hank Williams. So just scroll down until you see Hank and click on that and it'll take you right to all of the information about the mystery knit along and how you can participate. Starts August 1st and goes through the 31st. The next kit we have.
2 minutes.
Oh my goodness, I gotta hurry. So the next kit, that went fast. The next kit we have is the dotty cowl, and this is crocheted. And I'm just going to go through these because, like I said, all of the kits are on the website, so you can see the color selections. But this is the dotty cowl. It's crocheted. It's reversible. It is amazing. It takes 1 skein fingering weight of each color. This one's an amazing shawl. And then the last one that we have kits made up for, this is called Arctic Cotton Grass. And the yarn that we're featuring in it is Blue Sky wool stock. It takes 2 50-gram skeins, and I even made the pom-pom and everything, and you have yarn left over. So it's just a great pattern. It's a fun, this was my first Fair Isle. So, and then it has this Latvian braid, which I'd never done before, and that was fun. So if you want a fun, easy Fair Isle hat pattern, this is a great one to start with. And like I said, it's just 2 50-gram skeins of Blue Sky wool sock. And last but not least, real quick, we have our boo bags coming out. So Erin, 3 Irish Girls, and I have collaborated, and we have mystery. Although you do get to pick which pattern you want, everything else in the bag is a mystery. So we have some really special fun things that we are curating to put them together. So you can find this on our website at all, harpsandthistles.com. And the code again is Fiberside 2022 for 10% off your total purchase through the end of the month.
Great.
That was a lot.
Can you speak quickly to the weight of the yarn in your mystery knit along, please?
The weight depends on when you go in. Oh, in the mystery knit along is fingering.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. What a wonderful shop to visit. I love the
you.
humor and the great names of your yarn, and I think you give a warm embrace. No wonder you wanted to keep the community together. Thanks for the warm words. So, all right. Well, I'm a little tremulous here, but my name is Gail here at Longmont Yarn Shop, and it's our turn to feature our store. And so I'm going to start by sharing my screen and play from the start. We are open today, and our shop door is having a sale, so it's kind of busy up front. I didn't want to try to figure out how to get you guys to see the store, but if you came to Longmont Yarn Shop and you walked in the front door, this is what you would see. We're a long, narrow store that opens up in the back to a big classroom and a couch and a cozy place for people to hang out. One of these 7 smiling faces would be here to greet you as you walked in the door. This is my team. I know you guys all know Cheryl, sitting in the middle and the front, our Fiberside host, and then the rest of the crew is here. Everybody keeps this ship afloat. So we're in downtown Longmont. We're actually in the heart of Longmont. This is a town I grew up in. I've been here since I was 2. We live in I feel like it, work in a historic building built in 1910. And a fun fact is that when I was a little kid, this was a candy and gift store that I would visit to go get gifts for my friends for their birthdays. We didn't have a Target or any place like that for birthday presents. And so before Longmont Yarn Shop, it really all began in 2009. My sister Susan had a wild hair. She's a farmer to begin with, does organic farming, and she had this idea that she was going to get involved in the alpaca industry. So she bought 3 pregnant alpacas, and you know what happens with 3 pregnant alpacas, pretty soon you have 6, and a guard llama, and she started Wabi Sabi Farm, and I started Wabi Sabi Farm store. So my job was to help promote the fiber and help get her product off the sheep and into the hands of people who wanted to do stuff with fiber. And before the store opened, we had a group of people that was working on a grassroots effort to raise awareness about the homeless problem that we were noticing here in Longmont. I'm a nurse by trade, and we would see a lot of people in the hospital that were there because they had no place else to go. So we yarn bombed the geese around town. It's kind of a figure that we have in Longmont, and put big hats and scarves on them and little notices to people to remind them, you know, you have it pretty easy here, but other people are struggling. And so we all were meeting at Panera Bread, knitting things, and got to our goal of 500 warm things that we shared through the Boulder Homeless Shelter. And the next thing you know, we said, okay, no more meeting at Panera Bread. We had 2 yarn stores in Longmont come and go. I was ready to launch out of the barns that I was showing alpaca products into a building. And so we opened up Longmont Yarn Shop in 2012. And we really wanted to support local farms and artists. I wanted to make sure anybody that walked in our doors felt welcomed and appreciated and never demeaned. I don't know if you've ever had that experience in a yarn store, but I have. And so Longmont Yarn Shop strives to provide great materials, and we do instruction on knitting, crochet, spinning, weaving, punch needle, rug hooking, and felting. So along with doing the warm things for the homeless, which we still continue to this day, every February, we take an especially aggressive initiative to make warm things for the homeless, but we also collect things year round. We also support other organizations in our community because, as you know, fiber lovers are also generous, and they're often making more things than they can do for themselves or their families. So we give things to these organizations. So fast forward to 2020, I think everybody remembers what happened in 2020, and COVID hit. And so it was freaky for every yarn store. And honestly, any yarn store or business that survived COVID, please give them a hug. You may be one of those people. It wasn't, but with the help of my staff, that we formed 2 teams. And that was one, a team to keep our community connected, because I was in the yarn store all by myself. They were working from home. So one team worked on building out our website, which we didn't have at the time, of products online, and the other team worked on creating community. And at we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday staff meetings, and it was just basically a check-in, like, is everybody okay? Who's got COVID? What do you need? And what are we going to do to keep this boat afloat? So one of the ideas that came up was Fiberside Chats. We got this wild hair that if Cheryl can listen to a concert in her living room, a tiny concert with a tip jar, and if Christiana can chat with Stephen Berg and other people through Ravelry who say they want to come and see us, well, why couldn't we create our own Fiberside Chat? So I called 2 friends that were yarn store owners and said, do you want to go down this crazy road with us? And they said, sure. And so we launched Fiberside Chats. It kicked off in May of 2020. Bristol Ivy was our first guest. Stephen West was our second. And since then, we've hosted 80 Fiberside Chats with over 30 collaborating stores. I'm just grateful that we were able to do this. It was a big deal. So the yarn stores are really working together to make this happen. And we're really lucky we've hosted some of the greatest designers in the industry. We have a fall lineup that's ready for you to sign up for. We have, I should have this right on the top of my tips on my fingers. We have Melanie Berg, September 10th. We have a whole great lineup. Vivian Hawksborough, September 25th. Nancy Bates, October 9th. Stephanie Pearl-McPhee is coming back, and Berger Berg. These guys are all here. And when you sign up, you can either sign up through Longmont Yarn Shops and choose your yarn store to support, because every yarn store needs your support, really. Or sign up under Longmont Yarn Shop, find a yarn shop to support, and we're going to be so glad you're here. We record all these presentations, so you don't have to worry about being there at the right time. So out of Fiberside Chat spun the desire to host our own programs on Fridays called Fiber Fridays. Everybody got a taste of these designers and they're like, oh my gosh, can we please have more? So for instance, Ann Budd is teaching this September. She's got a SAT class that she'll be offering. She's also doing a series of Fiber Fridays on fixing mistakes, matching cast-ons and bind-offs. And then Kate Atherley is going to be speaking on Fiber Fridays. She's going to be speaking to Magic Mittens and I can't remember what she's going to speak on. Fiber care, blocking and fiber care, and another topic of size and fit. And then Sarah Solomon in the upper left-hand corner is going to be doing a 2-session class, which is Knit Your First Sweater. That class got rave reviews. Everybody was so excited to experience that class with her. So that's part of our fall lineup. And, you know, before COVID, we had just expanded our store so that we could have this big classroom space. So we were able to bring in some of our favorite designers. Stephen West came to visit us. Isabel Kramer came, Arn and Carlos were here, and Bud was teaching, and we're hoping to get our classroom back up and running again soon. So you can all visit us. Now, one of the things I love about our store is working with local folks, and Jennifer Miller of Theodora's Pearls says that that Longmont Yarn Shop is her flagship store. And honestly, when COVID hit and our friend Hasapinka designed Breathe and Hope, Jennifer was here every other day unloading her yarn so that we could sell Breathe and Hope kits, one right after the other. She's known for this oxynometer. It's a fingering weight 4-ply bamboo yarn spun in Texas. We love it for its drape and its sustainability. She also has started dyeing cashmere blend roving and merino roving. We have a big spinning community here and they love her fiber. Some of the designs that Jennifer has put her fiber into is the boho shrug, which is in the upper right hand corner, and it's what I'm wearing. And that's what's behind me. This piece here is a boho shrug, and the one that you can see the back of that's blue. The other pattern that we have here, this orange and yellow shawl, is the front range shawl designed by one of our staff members, Donnie Harrington. This was our 5-year anniversary shawl. You can see the mountains at the top and followed by the fields, the streams in the middle, followed by the fields. It's a nod to our agrarian culture that we have here in Colorado. And then the Ottoman Taos kit is down there by Martha Sykes. That is not done in oxynometer, that is done in the Palladio yarn, the cashmere blend. We love carrying local products. We definitely carry the B-Skep from Salida. They do punch needle and ultra punch. We have Allie's yarn, Herd of Cats from Denver. We have Peapods threads that are made in Westminster, and then Yarn Baby from Windsor. You can see that yarn in the right-hand corner, and that's one of the yarns we've used in our Helen's Yarn Adventure projects. So Helen's Yarn Adventure features the Hummingbird Moon yarns. She is here in Boulder and she's known for just wild, mystical, beautiful colorways. So this is a blanket that was designed by Andy Graves, one of our teachers here. She is a big wig in the CGOA world and she said, sure, I'll do something with your grandma's granny square. So this is my grandma's granny square blanket from the 1920s. And she took this and rebuilt it and repaired it and wrote a pattern. So we have this pattern as one of your Fiberside Crawl patterns. You're invited to sign up for our Zoom class on Sunday, August 28th with Andy. It's a 3-hour session for those of you that want to level up your granny square skills if they're a little rusty.
Let's get it down to a smaller size even.
Yeah, okay. So then the next thing I want to just mention is Michelle not only does amazing fibers in fingering and worsted weight, again featured in the Afghan, but she also does beautiful rovings. We also, you know, we got to do this. We support and stock my sister's yarn. So this is our llama roving that we have here at the store. We also have alpaca roving here at the store. It's a fan favorite among our spinning community and teachers. And then we have 2 yarns that have come in. Voodoo and Beatrix are featured as our anniversary yarn for our 10-year anniversary. I want to invite you all to an amazing opportunity on August 18th to 20th. We're hosting a finishing retreat at the Dow House in Estes Park. And this retreat is really intended to allow everybody to come and relax and unwind. I need to clarify, you're completely unplugged at this retreat. If you want to use your cell phone, you go down to Lily Lake about a mile down the road and you get service. Ann Budd is teaching 1-hour sessions on finishing finesse and everybody gets a 20-minute one-on-one time with Ann. Jennifer Miller will be there guiding principles and fundamentals of yarn dyeing, and each person gets to dye 2 skeins of yarn and get a pattern from Ann Budd. So this venue is amazing, gorgeous. It'll be beautiful in Estes Park. We do have a promo going with a bring a friend promo. If you bring a friend or you sign up and refer a friend, you'll get a $100 gift certificate to Longmont Yarn Shop. And every winter, well, we do several subscriptions. I think you heard everybody last week, Holly and Cindy mentioned our Summer Buzz Club that we do, and that was a 3-shop collaboration. This is the Hygge box, our winter subscription box. It is a collection of carefully curated goodies. You get a package every single day that helps you adopt the Hygge lifestyle. December is one of the most busy times of the year, and having something to look forward to every day by having a Hygge box that you can open, either a knit option you can choose from or a crochet option, helps you get through one of the most stressful times of the year. Plus it helps you launch into the next year, 2023, being totally
Gail,
energetic.
2 minutes.
Thank you. I saw your fingers. You're awesome at this. September, we're going to be celebrating our 10-year anniversary. We always have a traditional customer trunk show and fashion show on Main Street. Our community comes out and supports us. We have a fastest knitter and crocheter competition, parties, and we're going to have a special 10-year anniversary yarn dyed by a local indie dyer who happens to be in the audience. It's Allie Pate. So what I'd ask you to consider is maybe sign up for our newsletter and be the first to know about classes, products, events in person and that are virtual and in person. You sign up by texting 22828 with the keyword LYS, and you'll get prompted to enter your email address and to receive our newsletter. So this is our classroom in the back, and this is some of our virtual classes that we've done. And we want you to help us celebrate our 10-year anniversary. If you visit our website and use the code HAPPY20 at checkout, you'll receive 20% off. That code is good through Tuesday, July 26th at midnight. And why 20? Well, we had a great first 10 years and we're going to have a great next 10 years. That's the philosophy. So this is our shop dog Bandit. He says, thank you for joining us. He gets to spend a lot of time on the couch when he's not greeting people. And I'm going to stop sharing and just point out in the background, if there's time, this is our front range shawl with the bamboo yarn. This sample is called Your Slip is Showing. It's a Casa Pinka pattern using a 6-cane gradient set. The Ottoman Taus right behind me. Back of the boho shrug, front of the boho shrug, and then Summer's Meadow Shawl, which is a DK weight kit using Jennifer's yarn. I just want to show you how fun. This is the colorway Gale's Aqua in the 6-cane gradient set to make the boho shrug. So I think it's 2 o'clock. I might be 2 o'clock and 30 seconds. Cynthia, you're the host. Get the crook, pull me off, get me out of here.
Thank you so much, Gail. You've done a fantastic job. And we really appreciate getting to see your shop. Your presentation was really good. There is a question in the chat really quickly, and maybe I'll just ask your helper to answer those questions. And I'll hand the hosting back to you, Gail, and we'll get on with maybe some prize announcements.
Okay, great. So I want to bring on our friend Laura at 4 Pearls. She's the master of ceremonies that comes up with the winners. Yep, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn it over to you, sister.
There I am. Hello. Okay. We have 12 more winners again this week. And I think we're going to have 12 every week. I think we have enough prizes for 12 every week. So that's really exciting. So this week we have Barry Kovac, Lisa Gallagher, Claire Levisque, Jennifer Coslin, Sandra Velasquez, Allison, is it Dowell or Bowell? I should write neater when I write these down. Carolyn Kranowski, Ingrid Gabavi, maybe, Charlotte Shepik, Andrea Reynolds, Colleen Derber, Carrie Schuling. Yay, congratulations to everyone. And I'm really sorry if I said your name wrong. I apologize. This list will also go out in the follow-up email. Give us 24 to 48 hours to send that email out. It'll have the link to the video. It'll have the list of winners. It'll have information about next week, all that stuff, but give us just a little bit of time to get that out. And if you don't have it by Wednesday morning, send me over an email at hello@Fiberside Chats and we'll figure out why.
Awesome. Thank you. Good job. So I just want to give you a little preview for next week. We will be back again at 1 o'clock Mountain, and you can figure out what direction you're at from there. Andy is our host, and the Sandpiper, West 7th Wool, and Yarnorama will be the featured shop. So we hope to see you all there. And let's go ahead and go off mute, folks, because one of our traditions at Fiberside Chats is to get in touch with our audience and give you a chance to say thank you and appreciate the yarn stores that have presented today. I'm so impressed with our community. So unmute, say hello, and
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon and evening.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Appreciated everything.
Good weekend.
Thank you.
This was great.
Great.
Presentations.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Dario. Bye.
Did a great job.